And we're back with our special pregnancy edition of the Screen Team on today's Talk 930 KWOC. We're here with Keisha and Lori, and we're all being brought to you by Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, where Walmart is next door to us. Also, 33 Productions and Poplar Bluff Drywall. And Lori, I wanted to ask you something. Sabrina and I, you've seen our house, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's a nice house, beautiful house, but it's kind of small, right? We've been thinking, we're like, man, we'd love to redo the garage and make it into like a spare bedroom or something like that. Is that something like Sam could help us with? And
oh, absolutely. I mean, you saw our house when we moved in.
Right.
And it doesn't even look like the same house. So absolutely. And it's not even difficult. I mean, he can do it pretty quickly and pretty inexpensively.
Like free?
You might get the friend discount, but that's going to cost you one night of room and board and a great big hug.
Man, you guys drive a hard bargain.
I know. We don't play around.
All right, what's that phone number for Poplar Bluff Drywall?
714-3127.
Awesome. I love it, man. I love it. All right.
She's giving out the wrong number again.
Was that the wrrong number?
She is not. That is so
She's
right
mad
number.
at him, so she doesn't want it.
I'm giving. Never mind. I won't say who I'm giving. Yep. That's the man. That's the man to call.
Our next film we're going to be talking about is Knocked Up, and this one is a hilarious movie.
This is my favorite out of the two.
Out of all the three, or
the three, yes.
Okay.
She doesn't know. It's Friday.
So I remember first hearing about this film when I saw the Red Band trailer for this. Are you guys familiar with a Red Band trailer is?
No.
What it is basically it's a regular trailer, only they show all the cussing and stuff like that. I know, right? So there's this scene where Katherine Heigl tells Seth Rogen that she's pregnant, and his reaction to it is hilarious, but also surprising, because he basically, I don't want to say cusses her out, but he uses some inappropriate words.
Bet he does. You know, the reason I love this one, and this is for anyone that's seen this movie, it's going to sound kind of silly, but I think this one is really realistic because, I mean, it's a natural reaction, and not everyone's all, happy-go-lucky when they find out. So.
And they're both. I don't want to say, they're both not happy, but they don't know what to do with themselves.
Neither one are prepared. Thought this would happen. Not in a relationship.
Yeah.
So honestly, this is like everything that you don't want to be going on when you find out you're going to have a baby, and it's pretty interesting to watch.
We've got Katherine Heigl's character, she's a businesswoman. She's in the entertainment field. I believe she's
broadcast.
She's a broadcaster, right?
Yes.
And Seth Rogen, he's not even close to that.
No, he is working a.
He's like a.
He works on a
he works
porn
at home
site.
With his buddy.
I just had to come out and say it.
Not even a good porn site.
They're plagiarists, basically.
They absolutely are, and their brains are a little foggy most of the time.
Right.
So it's not ideal.
So did you guys see this film in the theaters, or did you guys see it on DVD?
I don't think I think I saw it like at home.
I do too. But I think I saw it when it first came out because I really, really wanted to see it. Seth Rogen was kind of new on the scene.
Right.
And of course I knew Katherine Heigl as Izzy on Grey's Anatomy.
Right.
So it was kind of cool to see. And I'm telling you, so I'm trying to remember who was the people that are like they talked to her about her job, and the actress that later did
the one
Bridesmaids.
that's
Kristen Wiig.
Yes,
she's
I
hilarious.
could not remember her name. Yes, I fell in love with her in this movie. She is priceless.
Yeah, they're telling her she's got to like lose some more weight or something.
Yeah, and she'd say, you're fat, and she'd say it real like mumble. She was hilarious.
She was.
Yeah.
She was. Do you guys have any favorite scenes, Keisha? Do you have any favorite scenes from this film?
I mean, I don't know. It's just one of those movies that's it's so great. I've probably watched it 10 times. My husband's probably watched it 10 times.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just and I agree with Lori. It's so such a real life type movie.
It really is.
I mean, it's like the biggest oops accident that can happen.
Exactly.
I mean, you've got this successful, go-getter, and she gets a promotion and she goes out and celebrates.
Yes.
And then she hooks up with this not so much of a go-getter at all. And they created a movie.
He wasn't a big looker at the time.
But probably my favorite part of the movie is when she's actually getting ready to go into labor and her doctor's out of town and she's having a freaking meltdown.
Oh,
because I totally understand that.
Yeah.
I would have a meltdown too, major.
Yes.
So I loved that. She gets in the bath and...
Calm.
Right. And he's just like all over the place and, it's just great. I love it.
So I got to ask you guys a personal question. When you were having Colton, were you in a calm state and was Eric kind of crazy? Or?
Okay. Well, yes. I mean, I'm just more of like the whatever, what's going to happen's going to happen. My water broke at home. Before I could even get up, Eric was like, well, let's go. We got to get out of the house. He ran off the side of the driveway and stuff like that. So, yes.
Excited. You
Yeah.
guys were
Go
both
into labor during the day or in the middle of the night or evening?
Okay, he was snoring. We were in bed, and he was snoring,
So a
and I
normal
was
night.
mad. I was like, gosh, here we go again. So I, kicked him and turned over.
Of course.
And my water broke.
Oh, wow.
And there we go. Just
and
that
now we
simple.
have our coffee.
Right. So anyway, but yeah, I mean, I just love how relaxed she was, and then she gets to the hospital, and I love her family. I love her sister.
And the little girls, too.
They are precious. Her brother-in-law, I think, which was...
Paul Rudd?
Paul Rudd.
Yep.
He is a hoot in this movie. I love him.
He is very fun. And how about when the sister picks up, she decides she's going to do a pregnancy test for no good reason. And she picks up her sister's, Katherine Heigl's, positive test. And she flips out. Like she's...
Right.
Yeah. I just love the characters are great together.
It is great.
Did you know that the two little girls are actually the children of the director and the sister, Leslie Mann?
No.
Yeah, they're married in real life, and those are their real daughters.
And are they in another movie, too?
Yeah, they're in all of his movies.
Okay.
This is 40.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because I thought that I had seen them in a different movie.
Yeah.
That makes it even more precious.
I love the scene
love
where
that.
where Leslie Mann and Paul Rudd discover that the other two had a one-night stand, and the kids are there. The whole family's there. And Paul Rudd goes to the little girl. He's like, don't ever do that. And she goes, I'm going to do it.
I know.
Yeah.
Two other favorite scenes really quickly. I love the scene where Katherine Heigl and Seth Rogen first meet for the first time, and they're on the dance floor.
Yep.
And you see Seth Rogen doing that dance where he's got the dice and he's throwing it at her.
And his buddies.
I love it, man. I
Yes.
love that so much. I used that a couple of times. I know it's lame, but I thought it was cool.
Do you do the water, the sprinkler?
Yeah,
too?
I do whatever I can,
boy.
man. Whatever
Bless
I
your
could to get
loving
attention.
heart.
And the second one is where the two guys decide to go to Vegas.
Yes.
And they do the mushrooms beforehand, and they go to see a Cirque du Soleil show.
That was great. I love that part, too.
So many good. I want to get serious, though, before we go to the next review. Katherine Heigl had some critical things to say about this because she thought that it showed women in a stuck-up, negative kind of way. Watching this film, did you guys feel that way? Did you guys were like, oh, it makes the guys look fun and silly and adorable, but it makes the woman look...
I did not think that
No.
at all.
I didn't either.
I think it was truly a realistic, kind of how things go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I do. I don't think it made women look bad at all.
All right, very good. It's called Knocked Up. You can find it on DVD. Coming up after the break, we're going to review one of Keisha's all-time favorite movies. It's Father of the Bride 2, and it's next on Today's Talk 930 KWO.